Hi, welcome to Z Guide Review. So there's new development on LG's attempt to sell off their mobile division. It seems that they're planning on selling their mobile division, well, part of their mobile division, to a Vietnamese conglomerate called Vin Group. Now, if you're not aware what with Vin Group or how big they are, which I wasn't until I started doing some research, Vin Group has a capitalization of $16.5 billion dollars at the end of 2020. They account for 14% of the total market capitalization of Vietnamese listed companies. The most interesting tidbit here is that they have actually been making cell phones for LG since 2018 as an ODM. If you don't know what an ODM is, it stands for Original Design Manufacturing, which means that they make the cell phone and then the company puts their own branding on the phone. So technically, Vingroup has been making LG phones since 2018, and LG has been going and putting their own brand on the phones. Now, it's also being reported that LG isn't going to sell the whole mobile business at once. They're going to sell it piece by piece. This specific pieces they're selling is going to be the US portion of the business that will go to Vingroup. Vingroup hasn't made any phones under their own name yet because they are primarily an ODM company. So right now they are the third manufacturer of cell phones in Vietnam behind Samsung and Oppo. So they have a huge market share in Vietnam, but technically not under their own name, if that makes sense. By technically Vingroup buying LG's business in the US, they will have an avenue to go into the US market when it comes to cell phones. Right now, LG controls only 13% of the US market when it comes to smartphones or mobile devices. So, this will technically be great for Vingroup to enter the mobile business in the US. I'm assuming that they will keep the LG name, right? If they're buying the business, they keep the name, which I guess hasn't been an LG phone since 2018, since Vingroup has been making it anyway. Now, I don't know exactly where these phones were being sold. I'm assuming that the phones that Vingroup was making were being sold in Vietnam, and then LG just put their brand on it and sold it in Vietnam. That's my assumption. I don't know. How will this help? Well, not LG. How will this help Vingroup? Well, I guess Vingroup could technically make cheaper phones and put them out in the US market under LG's name. Doesn't make much sense to me if LG is such a brand in decline when it comes to cell phones. Buying the brand that isn't that great to begin with, how will that help you make a lot of money, especially if their phones aren't selling? If I'm not, I read a report somewhere that the LG Wing had only sold 100,000 units, which is nothing when it comes to the amount of cell phones that Samsung or Huawei or any of those companies sell. I mean, and at the same time, I understand how attractive it is to get into the US market, and be able to make your own phones, so be able to have a piece of that market. Vinger will be probably more interested in making cheaper phones, like $300 phones. So I guess we'll see if they do sell the business. I guess we'll see what happens. Now, there's also some news on the LG rollable phone. This whole thing that they're planning on selling their business, their mobile business, has created obviously some doubt on, like, are we going to see that rollable phone in the market or not? And the thing is that the answer is probably not. This comes from the Korea Herald. The company said Friday that it was still developing the rollable, but added that detailed plans for its launch had not been decided and that the company was open to every possibility. That's not good news. So this means that this cool thing that they show at CES that, briefly showed at CES might never make it to market, or might make it to other markets, but not the US market if they do end up selling the business to Vingroup, because technically I guess Vingroup wouldn't have access to the rollable phone unless they bought the rollable phone from LG as well, which I doubt that's going to happen. So this is crazy, because as I said on my other video about this whole situation, which you can see here or in the description section, I think that LG has a winner in their hands when it comes to this rollable phone. Again, if it works the way they showed on that video, if they're able to bring that to market, if the phone works the way we saw on video, if it's cheaper than what Samsung offers when it comes to the foldable phones, I believe that LG could take some of that market from Samsung. But right now that they're literally free fall when it comes to their mobile business, it makes it harder to believe that this is actually going to come out, even though they did say that they're planning on it for it to come out in 2021. So there's a couple things. One, why will they say that this one is going to come out in 2021 when they didn't talk about it at all at CES? Which kind of makes sense now with everything that we're seeing, why they didn't talk about it at CES. If they already had an idea or plans of getting rid of their mobile division. I hope that LG can figure something out and they can bring this to market. It will be really, really cool if they do that. What do you think? Do you think that LG will actually end up selling to Vingroup? Do you think that LG should probably hold on for a couple more months and bring this amazing possible rollable phone to market? Let me know in the comment section. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, it really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos, and thank you very much for watching.